Hi everyone, my name is Luke, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top finance YouTubers and how much they make. Now this number actually might surprise you. There's actually multiple different ways these YouTubers make their money. Now the most common way they make their money is through YouTube AdSense. Sometimes right before you watch a video, sometimes there'll be an ad before it about a particular product or service, and they receive money from that. Because these YouTubers are in the finance sector, these finance advertisers are willing to pay more money because their YouTube watchers have a little bit more money likely to be able to invest or buy their product. So in turn, these YouTubers are making more money than the average YouTuber. Now my main point of this video is to go over the YouTube ad revenues, but I'll also be talking about the different other ways that these YouTubers might make their money. One example of this is through Patreon. Now not all YouTube creators have this, but some do, so I'll mention it. Patreon allows a creator or YouTuber, or anybody really, to create pretty much a listing and the watchers or whoever wants to can support them. Now one example of this is Andre Geek. He has a Patreon, one for $4 just supporting him, I believe, and another one for $8, where you can be part of his buy and sell group where he mentions what he buys and sells in his stock picks. Now this might benefit the person to incentivize them to buy the Patreon for $8 a month to be part of that group. Now there's other perks as well, but that I believe is the main one. Now using this Patreon, he receives about $16,000 a month just from this Patreon. That's a crazy amount of money. That's more money than some people make in a month, year, perhaps, some depending. Another way YouTubers make their money is through affiliates and referrals. What this means, if you go to a YouTube description, sometimes there'll be links, and in these links there'll be codes, and whenever you buy something or click on the link and sign up for the service like Robinhood or Webull, they'll receive a little kickback. Now these differentiate depending on whatever the platform they're partnering with, for example. Now Webull gives them, I believe, 3 stocks, Robinhood gives them 1 stock, and Robinhood does have a limit of $500 in free stock. Now, having these referrals and affiliates incentivizes them to mention them to their subscribers and watchers. Now, not all YouTubers do the affiliates, not all YouTubers do the referrals, not all YouTubers do Patreon. These are just different ways some YouTubers try to make some extra money. And there's nothing wrong with it. If people want to support them, then they can go right ahead. It's just something I wanted to mention in this video because some do and some don't. In the finance YouTube sector, there's actually this one particular way YouTubers try to make some extra money, and this is through courses. Now, not all YouTubers do this. Some YouTubers hate them, some YouTubers like them. The people that dislike them is because they think they are scamming their viewers, try to get some extra money.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here.
Some people like them because they believe they provide extra value and important information that you might not receive otherwise. For example, if you receive something for free, it might not be good as paying for it because they have less incentivization to offer useful information to you. Now, not all YouTubers do this, like I said, so I'm not going to include it in talking about it as much as the ad revenue. And the numbers I'm about to mention are all videos that they created. The finance channels I mentioned, they all made them, so I'm just going to mention what they said. And some of them are less updated as others, and I'll mention which ones do. So the first one we have is Andre Geek. A lot of people watch him. I believe he has 1 million subscribers. He posts a lot about finance and investing. Most commonly the Robinhood investing, dividends. I believe every month he posts how much I made in dividends, or I got paid this month in dividends, something like that. So in YouTube revenue, he made $663,000 just from YouTube AdSense. Now I'm just going to quickly go over how much he made in other stuff. So in referrals he made $18,000, affiliates he made $872,000, and in Patreon $176,000. He didn't do any courses, so nothing there. The next YouTuber I'm going to mention is Graham Stephan. A lot of people watch him. He has over 2 million subscribers on YouTube. He covers a lot about real estate, investing, personal finance, credit cards, everything like that. He made on YouTube $1.5 million. And he mentioned that he made over $4 million throughout with his other YouTube channels. The next person I'm going to mention is Bia Heza. He makes a lot of videos about drop shipping, and lately he's been making videos about investing, option, different things like that. He's been rising to the scene, and he's been talking to Graham Stephan. He did a little cameo on his podcast, so that's when you know they reached the big leagues, I'd say. So on YouTube, he made $490,000. Now, he does have a drop shipping course. He didn't mention how much he made on that, and he didn't mention if he has any affiliates. He probably does because he does Weeble, but he didn't mention how much money he made through that. The last person I'm going to mention is Nate O'Brien. He is a slightly more smaller YouTube channel, but I wanted to include this so we would have an even 4. But the number I'm about to mention is the one from 2019, not the one from 2020. He hasn't uploaded a video yet on that, so the numbers are going to be slightly better if he does make a new one for 2020. But for the previous year, 2019, he made $220,000, so not as much as Biaheza, Graham, or Andre, but he is also a YouTuber that does the personal finance stuff and a little bit the minimalist view and different videos on that and how to better yourself, different things like that. But he covers a lot about personal finance, so I included it in this video. Now, if you want to check out their channels, I'll put them in the link in the description, but you probably already know them already. So I want to do a quick reflection based on the numbers we see here. Am I surprised by these numbers at all? Absolutely not. I already knew that these YouTubers make a lot of money because of the fact they have such a high AdSense revenue and the CPM. I knew it was already going to be higher, so I'm not surprised there. I'm a little bit surprised on the different ways they're making their money through affiliates and Patreon, like with Andre. He really cultivated his fans into supporting him, which is great. That's awesome. It's just awesome to see how he's interacting with his fans. So it's a really cool thing to see how he's really built a following through Patreon. That's really all I have to say about this YouTube video. It was really interesting to see the different channels here and seeing how much they made. They all had a common sector here with the high CPM. So that about wraps it up for this YouTube video. Like I said, it was really awesome to see all these different numbers here and to pretty much compare them between each other. And that, I'll see you guys next time and have a wonderful day.